Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at a Motorola Ultra Digital. This is what the box looks like. This is the only Dynatac type style phone that operated on the TDMA cellular technology. All the other Dynatac type phones, and I say Dynatac type because only a small percentage of the what's known as the brick style phones like this are actually true Dynatacs. This isn't a Dynatac, it's just a Dynatac style type phone. The true Dynatacs actually have dynaT.A.C written down here, like for example the 8000X or the 8200 or the 8010 or the 8000S's over there, or for example like this phone here, the Ambassador. So we're looking at this one today. This one operated on the TDMA. I don't actually know when this came out. I haven't worked it out from the serial number, so maybe we can just quickly have a look. That says it's a W, so I would say that's really late 90s. Actually no, that could even be, yeah, that's probably late 90s. So what's interesting to note though is that when they made this, there were other alternatives already available. Certainly the microTACs had taken off in quite a big way, so not many of these actually sold, because given the choice between having one of these or a microTAC, say, most people obviously picked the microTAC. This one has an extended battery on it, but generally speaking, people wanted to get rid of these because these were heavy and bulky, hence the name brick phone. So unfortunately, we're TDMA doesn't exist anymore, the technology, so we can't actually place a call. I will power this on. I don't actually have the battery. Well, the original battery is this, which is the same color as this here. But this is a NiCad, and NiCads are notorious for not holding their charge. Even on a rapid charger like this, it just says it's full, and it's not. It's completely dead. So I have a good battery off a Motorola 3200. Now this is a GSM. This can still be used to this day in Europe and Africa and Asia. Wherever there's a GSM 900 cellular provider, the SIM just slots in like so. But I'll fire this up in another video. These are still very, very sought after phones because you can still use them. And with a big antenna like that, it does actually pick up cellular service really well. So let's take the battery off this and put this on. So right off the bat, you can see it's digital. And if that 0 is displayed when the phone is in standby, it just means that it's been set non-standard functions. So it's obviously not in a service area, which is why the red light's flashing. But it's got all the usual sort of function buttons, send, end, clear, name and menu. So the phone book's obviously empty on this one. I think this one is actually quite a new one. So if we do recall pound, it's got a number assigned to it. I don't know whose number that is. That's obviously the person who sold it to me. But it's only got 8 minutes on a resettable counter. So what does it sound like cumulative? 8 minutes. So it looks like actually this phone has only ever been used to place about 8 minutes worth of calls, which is why it's absolutely in mint condition. It's really in brand new shape. So there's not really much else I can show you about this phone, except the display, which is very similar to some of the earlier microTACs. And I don't know if you can see that, but whether it'll focus or not. Each number is made up of a matrix of tiny little LEDs, and it's very similar to, say, for example, the screen on an Alpha. or a MicroTAC Lite, for example. Same sort of display, blocks or matrices of LEDs, and each tiny LED is obviously lit up according to what they want to display. Pretty cool in the day. These LED screens are battery eaters though. They go through a lot of battery power, which is why the standby on something like this would probably only be about 10 or 12 hours with a new battery. Certainly for this phone with a good battery like this one, this is much better on standby. You can get about 16 hours of standby if you don't use the phone much to place calls. But on an analog or like on a TDMA system like this, the standby time wasn't great, particularly with the NiCad batteries. This is a nickel metal hydride battery on there, so it's a little better, but still not as good as lithium ion or lithium polymer, for example. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. These are quite rare, so if you do find one and you're into collecting brick cell phones, this is definitely one to get, purely because it has that nice LED display. And also, these are quite rare. Like I said, they didn't sell many of them because MicroTACs were already quite widely available on service plans. So they didn't sell many of these. So these are quite rare, I think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and please check out some of my other videos.